There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the street. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back, say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now, we all coming through now. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime what you.
Wow. Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is I.A.N. This is Crime Watch, and we are back. It's a beautiful Friday. A beautiful, beautiful Friday. You know, so much things going on in this country, and some of you just oblivious to what's happening. I want to tell you oblivious, believe me, oblivious. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I saw this article today on The Guardian. 5 release. Imam EDOO Mohammed of the Al Khalifa Masjid in Londonville leaves the Bessop Street Police Station. 5 release. 5 release, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about that because I remember on Friday, I did make mention about that, saying that you need to have evidence. Now, with respect to the firearm, with the other guys' possession of firearm, what kind of normal firearm, what kind of firearm? Firearm to disrupt this society, what kind of firearm? So ladies and gentlemen, just as I said, that I predict that, ladies and gentlemen, that these people will give government a run. I saw someone giving government a run in South. Woo-hoo! Ladies and gentlemen, they emptied the entire office of CPEP headquarters in St. Madeleine, where, you know, they had the old Carney, the sugarcane factory and whatnot. Many years ago, I lived there with my parents in the St. Madeleine compound there, many years ago. A lot of memories there, but nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you all know, latest victim was found at the Blue Base, Diego Martin. And we ran this yesterday. Murder toll is 86. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I can take you back to the, in fact, today, police, they were calling today with respect to they said like maybe they found a body, but nevertheless, they said it was a bomb or something like that in the Beetham landfill. Close proximity to the Beetham landfill. Pardon me? Inside of the landfill, sorry. Inside of the landfill. So the entire landfill was closed off. My 2904426 WhatsApp pictures coming in. People started to call me on my 2944081. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking you straight to the landfill. Just to let you know, before we go there, the murder toll for the same period last year was 76. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Today, 2018, the murder toll is 86, 76 last year for the exact date. Ladies and gentlemen, this is I.A.N. Make sure you have your telephone on. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to wait till 10 o'clock. You don't have to wait to rush home and drive like a madman to go look at Crime Watch on television. You can just take up your phone, make sure and have the app, the I.A.N. app on your Apple phone, go to your App Store, go to your Google Play, the Samsung phone, any Android phone. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking you straight to landfill in Beetham, where they said something was found today. Caused a lot of traffic, plenty police. Look at it. Okay. Isn't that Corporal Corporal Budri, Sergeant Budri. Yeah, that's Sergeant Budri. That's Sergeant Budri. Now he's a good one, he's a good one. But what they said it was? Now they're claiming it's discarded fireworks shell. As you can see, Sergeant Budri. You know Sergeant Budri? Now they have just placed the evidence in a bag. Hats off. I mean, as you can see, we got some good footage. Open up the lines. Hi, good evening. Remember, anything can happen in this country. Yeah? This is I.A.N. Island. This is Crime Watch. As you can see, SUV leaving. That kind of SUV leaving had to be no normal kind of police people. Yeah, that is special branch. So they thought that maybe it was bomb-making material found on the landfill. They can't confirm it as yet, but maybe it's fireworks. No, we can't confirm it as yet. Whatever was found on the landfill, ladies and gentlemen, was taken into and placed in an exhibit bag, and it is currently in the police possession. As you can see, Sergeant Budri here and other officers. Sergeant Budri had worked closely with Sahadev Singh, Inspector Sahadev Singh. Am I right? At Besson Street CID, many, you know. In fact, he worked the night with the day before he died with the late Sahadev Singh. If you could get a photo of Sahadev Singh, that would be great. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, open up the lines. Hi, good evening, 6714062. All those of you who are online, who are looking at me on my live stream, who are looking at me on Facebook, hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. If you have any news, get it down to me on my 290-4426. Ladies and gentlemen, this incident here caused a large traffic pileup. As they say in Trinidad, they call it Mako traffic. Everybody's stopping to watch. Nobody's business, but everybody's stopping to watch. Take a peep. So, ladies and gentlemen, also, you know, today was the funeral for the young 17-year-old boy who was stabbed. I want you to bring back the photo of that guy who was from behind Mid-Center Mall. There's a question I want to ask someone. Okay, pull back that picture for me, please. Strongy, big head. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that boy that died? Rashad Singh, you know his brother lived in New York. And in fact, he was living there for almost a year to 2 years or a year and a half. And only came back in January. You know, ladies and gentlemen, and he came back for the carnival. When he came back, he and his brother Rashad, they're so close, yeah? Really close. That when he came back, he'd hug him and say, "You boy, I love my brother. He's my brother, you know, they cook up duck, they make lime, they go on the river, they do all kind of thing." Because the brother came down here. That's the brother who Rashad died in his arms. You understand? That is the one who pursued the attackers and him after, causing people to call police and all kind of thing. 3 people are in custody with respect to that stabbing. And just imagine that boy came down here, came down from New York. The brother you saw on the newspaper, I have a photo of him, not Rashad, the other brother. I have a photo of him. Ryan Sampat. This is Ryan across here, Ryan Sampat. Yeah, this is Ryan Sampat here. You know Ryan live America. He came back. He came in January month. I just given you this story, ladies and gentlemen, and they had a good time for carnival, and they were waiting for a taxi, good, you know. They were standing in front of Mid-Center Mall, just obliquely, Ramsar Street to the back of them, Mario's Pizza, Mid-Center Mall to the back, just how I'm standing here. And ladies and gentlemen, after, some guy just came out and said, blah, 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 and small thing for, young boy thing now, small thing for stupid crosstalk for Juve thing now. Remember everybody, that's what I tell you, the best place to spend Juve is in your home, is your home, you know. I didn't go anywhere. I did not go anywhere. And I tell people, I do business. Them don't bother me because since I'm a little fella, I never went to Juve. I am never, I am now 30-something years, and I have never been to Juve in my life. I have never been to Juve. I have never been to Juve because that's just not my thing. Maybe that's your thing, but that's not my thing. And this boy lost his life, and it's so sad. Today was the funeral. The funeral, before we take that call, I want to go straight to the funeral. Now, all those of you who are locked on, there are a lot of people who are locked on in New York and London who are family of Rashad. Ladies and gentlemen, Remember, the entire program will be posted on Facebook. The entire program will be posted on my fan page. So you'll be able to go look at the entire 40 minutes of the funeral. All right? So we did 40 minutes. I dispatched a camera crew there today, and they were able to tape the entire funeral service for the family, and they're going to post it on my fan page, I.A.N. public figure. So today was the funeral for the young boy who was stabbed, senseless killing, 3 in custody. Look at this.
Anger and hate it carries you like it just carried this child to me.
Mommy, that's nothing. I love you, I still love you no matter what. Always harassing me when I'm cooking. I remember once you told me if you died, you would still be there to harass me and make noise all night.
I promised me I was never going to leave. You see? You was going and marrying me. Look how you looking. I have no more tears in my body, Richard.
I know me, I know where they kill your father. I know where they kill your father.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, that is so sad. Eh? Imagine he and his brother, they were standing there. That's the guy, now the one that died, he lives in Trinidad. Rashad Singh, that's Rashad Singh. He died the morning, in fact, after Juve celebration. Standing there, somebody just run up with a knife, hit him a stab. Thank God the police, they were in Shagona. But you know the bigger picture, so many things happened. One man was shot outside Shagona's Londonville police post. Another man stabbed to death. He died at the hospital there by the time he had his last breath. And that's it. You know, they should have stopped the celebration. And I do business, I would have stopped it. As something happened, as a bottle pelt according to Johnny Abraham yesterday. As something happened, that's it, you know. That's it, stop the celebration. The first bottle pelt, I stopped in the celebration one time. Just imagine that. Just imagine, and you will come and tell me today that we are a safe carnival. Not even a minister, not even the mayor. I don't think the mayor was there. The mayor was there, Minnie? Not even the mayor. Nobody was there. The guy went to celebration. It falls under the borough Shagonas. Come now, man, come now. But if the guy was a high profile and if it brought plenty attention and it was on the front page of the newspaper, Dick, Dora, Harry, Nip and Fluff from Parliament would have gone. It just goes to show who really cares. Let's take a break.
Hurry down to RMA Variety Store this carnival. Get 25 to 50% off everything. Located at corner Derrick Road and Chase Village, Chaguanas. Call us today, 671-3001.
Where can you find that perfect ambience, delicious food reasonably priced, friendly staff, great service and secured parking? Located at LP62 Rodney Road and Dever Road, Lunch Park, Chaguanas, The Rise Grill and Bar Restaurant. Come visit us today and see for yourself. Enjoy any one of our signature dishes or sizzling seafoods. We have from starters to desserts, and we also cater daily lunch specials from $40 and up. Our bar is well stocked with premium drinks, wines, champagne, cognac, vodka and cocktails. Special on beers, 3 Stag, Carib or Pilsner for $20, 3 Heineken for $30. So visit us today.
Tower Farm Guest House, newest location at Shivan Drive, Sandy Grande. Enter unnoticed with that special someone. Secure parking and fully air-conditioned rooms. Open 24 hours for your convenience. Visit us today or call 299-3268.
If you are looking for something special at the supermarket, well, you don't have to worry. Check out Super Quality's Supermarket, where there's always something special in your trolley. 3 massive branches: number 47 Tissue Drive, Trinity, number 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Couva Main Road next to Republic Bank.
Matai Imports Limited, one of the largest wholesaler and retailer for all 4x4 SUV and car accessories. Come check us out for our new arrivals on body kit, etc. Located at 3 Hassan Ali Trace, Lower Barkport. Contact 289-4901, 360-8773 or 484-7467.
For all your air conditioning needs, check out Neil Cool today. We carry brands like Lennox, Daikin, Comfy, Amana and Delta air conditioners. Lennox 2500, Comfy 2250 installed. Daikin is back in stock, 12,000 BTUs for 2800. So call us today, 748-4122. Neil Cool Air Conditioning Services. Quality brands, professional services.
Get the right deal right now at Racetrack Wheels, the biggest wheels and tire distributor in the country. Yes, nobody gives you the right deal at the right price other than Racetrack Wheels. 2 massive locations, number 331 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, and number 82 Bucco Road, Mount Pleasant, Tobago. So hurry and shop now or call us at 642-1539. Racetrack Wheels.
Sale now on at Elegant Draperies. Come and see our new arrival of rugs. Save on all drapery, curtains and upholstery fabrics, ready-made panels and kitchen curtains, curtain rods and accessories, comforters and sheet sets. Enjoy shopping in our modern store with lots of parking. Shop now and save at Elegant Draperies, Todd Street, San Fernando, next to Palky's Restaurant, or call 657-5287.
PNV Marketing Company Limited is the premier provider of new and high-quality roll-on roll-off vehicles. We carry a wide range of new and roll-off hybrid and non-hybrid vehicles. We service all the vehicles we sell. Our staff is fully certified and we guarantee 100% customer satisfaction. We have hundreds of vehicles in stock and financing is available. Visit us today.
We have a truck on the road. We have one big bad stick truck on the road. On the road, on the road, on the road, on the road.
It's your journey, our passion at Brandtech. Visit us today at number 10 Londonville Main Road, Montrose, Chaguanas, or contact us at 672-8575. Now open on Saturdays.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. Especially good evening to all those who are locked on online on my phone, on your Apple phone and your Samsung phone. Remember, download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, with respect, now, you saw the murder of the funeral of the young guy from Rishad Singh, who was stabbed. He's from Perseverance, who was stabbed on Juve morning. That's coming into the Monday morning. If we could just get that photo of Strongy. That photo of Strong, I want to find out something. Something is not right. And what you need to do for me, if it is possible, could you bring back when the house in Brickfield? I want to find out if Strongy had any ties in Brickfield. Could anybody tell me if this man here, whose body was found, look at him lying on the ground there, his body was found behind Mid-Center Mall there. No, not behind Mid-Center Mall, behind the Maxi Taxi Hub, to the back there. Look at him and look at him well, if he has any ties to anybody in Brickfield. Because the last time we went to Brickfield, we went to one of Shah's Shah. Remember, we're looking for a guy called Joel Shah. This is Joel Shah here. This is the guy that we are looking for. Get a photo of Joel. Take me back to Brickfield. I would like to see that house in Brickfield that we visited with the police on Carnival Sunday. Go ahead. He's a person of interest. No. Come back to me. I need to see the house. Just the house. Just the house. We don't need to go through all that because people can just go back and look at it on their cell phone. So go back. This is the house here, right? This is where we took the police to. But that was it. Officer Ali, Gerard Ali. That is his wife is also an attorney, I.A.N. MOHAMMED. Come back to me. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me if this man on the ground here who was found, who was behind the Maxi Taxi hub, if this guy has any relation to anybody, or if at one time he used to hang out in Brickfield. I want to find out something. You know, yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, the body that was found in Esmeralda, remember? We have a little clip of that. Take me back to the clip in Esmeralda there, has been identified. Remember, we were there yesterday morning. Go ahead. Binny Hamon Road. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the man that was found in some bushes at Billy Hamon Road, Welcome Road, off Esmeralda Road in CUNUPIA, lying face down, barefoot, has been identified as 21-year-old Jason HAYTASINGH of Las Lomas, Chinchin Road. Remember, he was lying, the person, the 21, look at the picture on the ground here. This is how the police found the body in Esmeralda Road yesterday. Go ahead. Come on. Where's the photo of the guy on the ground? You're supposed to have it on right here. I tell you, this boy. Open up the lines to me by time. Go ahead. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead. Get the photo of the guy on the ground. Go ahead. Hi, good evening.
Going mad.
Who going mad?
I don't know, the government, what
who, Rowley going mad?
What I supposed to do? Look what's going on. Nobody care, boy.
But Dan, nobody care, boy, Dan, boy. Big man thing, boy.
Nobody.
You have the photo of the guy on the ground?
Right now.
Thanks again. Thanks again. Ladies and gentlemen, open the next caller, please. So the body of the guy in CUNUPIA has been identified as Jason HAYTASINGH. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. HAYTASINGH. HAYTASINGH of Las Lomas, Chinchin Road. This is the body on the ground here. So, ladies and gentlemen, open up the line. He has been identified as Jason HAYTASINGH. I have a photo of Jason. This is the guy here. Oh, my God. Hi, caller. Good evening. This is the guy whose body was found.
Hi.
The 21-year-old whose body was found. Now, we don't know why anybody want to kill this guy, but if you have any information, because look at his body lying there in the red jersey and the blue jeans. Open up the lines. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. This is the photo of the guy. Go ahead, Jason.
Good afternoon. Word is around that the driver of the Maxi with the Bahamians may have knowledge of that situation.
I'm not ruling out that. We're not ruling out that, ma'am. We're not ruling out that. That is in connection with tourists that was robbed, 11 of them. On the Fetin Shagarama. So, ladies and gentlemen, now you understand that the guy whose body was found yesterday has been identified as 21-year-old Jason HAYTASINGH of Las Lomas, number 1 Chinchin. If you have any information, get in contact with me. Also, ladies and gentlemen, teenager critical after Beetham Garden shooting. A 16-year-old boy identified as Sean Simon of Beetham Garden in Port of Spain is in critical condition at the Port of Spain General Hospital after he was shot about the body in the area late last night. Simon, who is originally from Toko, I said Sean Simon, who's originally from Toko, was shot by unknown assailant. I did send up a camera crew up there today, but it happened in Toko. My camera crew, did you all cover it? It happened in Beetham. Okay, it happened in Beetham, all right. Because there was a shooting last night in Straker Road, Village, Laventille. You have that? All right, no problem. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, a guy from Toko who has been identified as Sean Simon is critical. You know, I'm looking for a guy from Rio Claro before I take a break. What's his name? The guy from Rio Claro. Go ahead. Christian Sipasad. Right? I'm looking for this guy. Anybody who has information, he's from the Rio Claro area, get in contact with me, please. Ecclesville. Christian Sipasad. I need to speak with you. All right, if you have any information, WhatsApp me on 290-4426 or call me on 2944081. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead. Please hang up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a fast break. When we come back. Here now, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, $1.9 million owed to a contractor who did some work at a particular school. The contractor is from Carney. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what happened? The contractor didn't get his money from CPEP and whatnot. And imagine it's 1.9 million. They take 7.something million, 7.5 million to build a swimming pool. $5 million in painting. How much $1 million? Was to refurbish the swimming pool, not to build a swimming pool. My crew just corrected me. Not to build the swimming pool, but to refurbish. You know. So fellas, if you had to build, I tell you, this government really something else, you know. This government, but you know, as I was telling somebody this morning, it have no AV to save them. If they could treat AV drilling like that, if they could treat Nazim Baksh like that, and let me tell you something, yeah? People might say, why you keep picking up for AV? AV will give them a run, but let me tell you something, loyalty. You see, sometimes you must remember the good that people, and Rowley and the government, the PNM know how AV was very loyal to him. Whatever happened, you understand? But it just goes to show what they could really do with you. It reminds me how the devil operates. They eat you up, they chew you up and spit you out. That is how the devil will use you, ladies and gentlemen. And that is how the government, the PNM, use AV drilling. I don't care who vexed, ladies and gentlemen, but that's the truth, and that is the news before the news. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, and let me tell you something. This contractor, 1.9 million, they had fame. You know the man got a group ahead, honcho attorneys, led by attorney Jagdev Singh. One of my good friends, I could never forget Jagdev Singh, you know. He represented me once. We won. And when I got arrested in connection with the police and whatnot, with that big dodo-head guy there, ladies and gentlemen, he came down, he left Port of Spain, came down, and he saw me in Chagonas in a cell and asked me, and you want anything to drink, you okay? And it was very nice of him. So I always, you know, I always have full respect for attorney Jagdev Singh. But the contractor retained attorney Jagdev Singh and other attorneys, but Jagdev Singh was the leading attorney. And ladies and gentlemen, he gave the government a run. You know, they emptied the whole CPEP office today for 1.9 million. Headquarters clean out. Well, Jagdev Singh, attorney Jagdev Singh, you're really head honcho. You're really head honcho because there's another contractor that has money for them that the government has $3 million for. I think he's coming after them also. Roddy, what have you to say about this? And you are taking 7.5 million to refurbish? No, man, you need to do the maths. You run a country, you're running a house. But if you was running a house like how you run a country, everybody would run away and leave and pack up their clothes and leave. Let's take a break. When you come back, I'll show you what went on in CPEP headquarters today. Exclusive.
Tire Clinic. Get the best quality tires in the country at affordable prices at our branches in Couva, Chaguanas and Pleasance Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need.
When next you're traveling abroad or visiting Trinidad, check out Piaco Airport Souvenirs, Indigenous Fantasy at the Atrium for all your souvenirs from printed t-shirt, local dolls, ceramics and lots more. For more information, call the Atrium, telephone 669-0592 or 669-0325. Your one-stop shop for all your souvenirs.
The Wellness Center introduces the Superfricator. It instantly removes skin growths and irregularities like skin tags, age spots, ring flesh, and spots from the face and body. Using non-surgical procedures, the Wellness Center can instantly lift the face, bust, arms, and legs, treat psoriasis and dermatitis, remove puffy dark eye circles, double chin, wrinkles, and even restore bold, thinning hair. For Mrs. Bagan, a qualified medical esthetician with over 30 years of experience, for a microscopic consultation, call 673-7418.
Bakery Treats is known for its great baked products and service with a smile. We offer a variety of breads, cakes, and pastries. We use no preservatives or added chemicals for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So visit us today. Put Bakery Treats on top of your shopping list.
At Ramsaran's Dairy Products provides you with healthy drinks served in specially designed pure paperboard cartons, which is sanitary, environmental friendly, and biodegradable. Drink from our paperboard cartons rather than plastic and styrofoam containers for a healthier, longer lifestyle. Try our creamy, smooth, delicious, pasteurized, homogenized peanut punch and soursop milk drinks. It's carefully crafted for your enjoyment. Not forgetting our fresh pasteurized cow's milk, orange, pineapple, and Moby drinks. For sales and services, contact us at 640-3836 or 298-7945 or email jefframsaran@hotmail.com or visit us at lot number 15 Labour Boulevard, Trin City Industrial Estate.
Hurry down to RMA Variety Store this carnival. Get 25 to 50% off everything. Located at corner Derrick Road and Chase Village, Chaguanas. Call us today, 671-3001.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, but before we go further, before I jump to CPEP, you know they hide all the CPEP vehicles, all these CPEP vehicles they hide it. So if you know anybody where that CPEP vehicle, just let us know now, because we want to make sure the guy gets back his $1.9 million. You know why? You know why, lady? It's shameful. It's shameful. You know what is government doing? I'm going to tell you what his government did. Those who have, I think, a gang of 6 or whatnot, they break it down, they cut it to 3. Then, how much months now CPEP contractors, no money for them, so they're taking money out of their own pocket to pay workers, not knowing if they're going to get back the money from government. When August comes this year, that is it. So they're going to bring in their friend and their financiers. They're going to bring in the people who like some of the ministers and the senators and whatnot, going to have their own little CPEP crew. So everybody who had contracts, by August, you're done. You're dead in the war. So ladies and gentlemen, I need to ask, when CPEP workers going to get their money? I'll have to ask, I think the, I don't think it falls under the Minister of Local Government. So we'll have to ask the chairperson of CPEP, but it's disgusting. Because the contractors no money, but just imagine, you refurbish, you did not build, you refurbish a pool for $7.5 million. I know one man, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to call his name. He built a pool for $800,000. Let me tell you something, God can swim in it. God can swim in it. When you press a button, it lighten up and fire thing, and I ain't going to call the person name, because the person and I are good friends. The pool real nice. If I tell you, and I know he spent about $300,000, but he say 8, but I say, you know what? Let me give him basket. 8, yeah boy, 8. He said 800, but the pool mad. And you are telling me you spent you know what is $7.5 million to refurbish a pool? 7.5? But I need to know that contractor, boy. I need to know that contractor. So ladies and gentlemen, just to let CPEP workers know, you're going to face some serious turbulence in the next few months. Maybe the diamond bright in the pool, ask me how I know that, yeah? Maybe the diamond bright in the pool have to be real diamonds. Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, so why the CPEP workers can't get the money, but you refurbish a pool, you take $3 million and give some golf course. No, you have to ask questions. You have to ask questions. You have to ask questions. Ladies and gentlemen, today, a contractor gives CPEP a run, headed by a very distinguished attorney. I have a photo of him. Attorney Jagdev Singh. This is the attorney there. This is the attorney that the contractor took. Well, he was the leading attorney, and this is Attorney Jagdev Singh. Very, very nice guy. I know him personally. As I said earlier on, he represented me when I was locked up in Chaguanas. He came, he visited me. I know Jagdev well. In fact, I knew him. In fact, I met him through Attorney Larry Lala, who I know personally also. But nevertheless, hats off to that attorney. I tell you that. Because I can't remember when last I saw something like that. But they're going to get a lot of cases like that, yeah? A lot of cases like that. I'm taking her straight to CPEP headquarters. Look what went on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in front of CPEP Company Limited. Just, sir, just 1 minute. Okay. All right, this was a worker. Apparently they have levy on stuff here because the company has money for the contractors and whatnot. As you can see, this is a CPEP Community-Based Environmental Protection Enhancement Program. This is CPEP office here. If my camera guy can just come from here, a lot of equipment from here, electronics and whatnot, from the CPEP company here. All their chairs, all their stuff. They have more stuff here, all their computers, everything. Now we don't know the sum of money as yet that is owned to Mohammed. Apparently this is the guy. Hi. You could just tell us what's happening here today. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, sir. You can check the guy there. Mr. Imtiaz.
Imtiaz.
Party tonight here and Marshall and waiting.
Pardon me?
We're keeping a party and Marshall and Bungie Galley making it that dance.
Oh, you're keeping a party at Marshall and thing? We want to speak to the guy, Imtiaz. Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Could you tell us, Imtiaz, tell me exactly what's happening here today?
All right, I represent the director, owner of Tora Bora Construction and Contractors Limited.
What construction?
Tora Bora Construction and
Tora Bora.
Contractors Limited. We're based in Carnival Village.
I know who you are.
And we did some remedial works at the St. Joseph Clinic, that is near the Mount Hope Hospital there. Since we finished that project around mid-2015. And it's been almost 2.5 years that we've been begging for money here from CPEP. Money that we shouldn't really be begging for, right? Because we did work, right? And it's supposed to respectfully pay.
In the sum of?
In the sum of $1.9 million.
And that's the money that they can't pay you?
They can't pay that, but they could give $5 million to a toilet paper factory to operate, right? Which we don't know up to now whether that money is going to be paid back. Right? Plus, they're going to start a $400 million project by K-Donna, plus another $400 million project they started down through the Aripo Savannas, right, for this highway. But they can't pay a $1.9 million TT. I mean, it's an embarrassment to the government, right? And it's an embarrassment to the minister.
You can't recover 1.9,
right?
but just kind of
no, we can. And this, if you know, if we sense that we wouldn't even recover anything like maybe 30%. Or less we can recover, right? Or I said that old thing here, they had some vehicles, right? Somebody tipped them off here that we're coming and they hide a lot of the vehicles, right? We were able to, through the marshal of the court, were able to impound at least 10 of the vehicles. But those are very old vehicles as well, right?
But CPEP is a government-based...
exactly. Yeah. Right, and why is this that this
so the court has levy on government?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Right,
yesterday.
a judgment. We got a judgment like around in January, right, and we put things in place to do the levy through the courts. And
could you just tell me your attorneys?
Your attorneys, Jagdev Singh,
wow,
KIRSTEN Williams, Kyle Taklal Singh, and Desiree Sankar. Right, so we have to say hats off to them because I mean. They are very reputable law firm, one of the best, and they know the law, right? So we took them and they did the necessary. They got the sad thing about it is that we couldn't see the CEO, we couldn't see the chairman this morning, right? They all hide this morning, right? And left the junior staff and left the junior staff here to face what happened today. I mean, how can you do that? I mean, all they are put in place in order to run state companies, etc. All they have to be big men and face the music. Is all they who created that by not paying us, right? And you should be out here this morning dealing with the situation rather than hiding.
What is your full name, sir?
Imtiaz Mohammed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Mr. Mohammed with respect to work done, and the CPEP company has money for him. And this is so true. Government finding everything under the sun. How much money they give to, how much money they give to Carnival, how much money for road, how much money for infrastructure, how much money to party in Tobago. 1.9 for the swimming pool. I mean, 1.9 million in the scheme of things. There's like $1,000 in the scheme of things. In the scheme of things. And I sure this man has staff and workers and then people to pay.
As a matter of fact, since 2015, after we completed our project, we had to close up doors because we didn't have working capital, right? So we closed up since then. Even EFCL called me to do some work during the last August. I can't do anything. I tell them, no, I can't. We are nothing to operate with.
And how long the company has been in existence?
Right, our company started around the 2009.
Yeah, but I was telling you this today. Hats off to your attorneys. Hats off to your attorneys.
Of course, hats off to them.
Jagdev Singh and the crew. Hats off, Attorney Jagdev Singh. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I mean, and there's another $3 million judgment coming from another contractor. Here you have all the office equipment, or office desks. You have equipment in those in those vehicles across there. Here, it's really all right. So we're just trying to get maybe a little shot inside. I don't know if they will allow us, but they're going to scrap the entire building, you know. They're going to scrap the entire building in the sum of $1.9 million. You have the marshals, you have everybody here. I know. Hi, good evening. You all right? Nice, a cool scene, All right, I like that shirt. Yeah. All right, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, but we're getting vexed for time to get vexed. What are getting vexed for? This is what people need to do now. Go after their money. They go after their money. Go after their money. Watch printer, watch chair. This is shameless thing, you know. Shameless. And hats off to Attorney Jagdev Singh and his crew, his firm. You understand? But I see you swiveling on one of the chairs on them. You understand? But they're going to scrap the whole building. They're going to make sure they get 1.9. Here you have Mohammed here. He taking his stuff there. The CPEP company, look, more stuff coming out here. They want their money. The contractor wants his money. Everything. So they go. So this is CPEP head office. Am I right? Yeah. In South here, so everything they're gonna. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with the workers now. Where they're gonna get money to buy over these stuff, to buy chairs. Because they're gonna take out the air condition. They're gonna scrap the building because just as somebody said, they're gonna get Bungie and Marshall to come and to perform because it's gonna be empty. It's gonna be a whole floor. They're gonna maybe turn it into a disco, a pub, you know. So yeah, you have people moving out stuff here. Workers moving out stuff. Other workers down to the stove and all. I wonder if I can get a stove from my office, boy. Now we have stove and everything, man. We have the kitchenette and all kind of thing. No, but look what's going on. And while everybody drunk, while everybody liming for Carnival, while the biggest racket is our boat racket, you know. When I bust in that racket next week, that boat racket, you're going to feel sick with that. Sick, but I don't want to talk about it. You know, they have a habit to break down and come for the document. But ladies and gentlemen, look what's going on in Mr. Pink Socks, you stand up from there. My boy there. You have the tea already? You have the microwave tea already? Huh? You're good? All right, well, just a worker, you see stuff all to the back filled up already. You know, more stuff coming out, the more printers and whatnot. Again, ladies and gentlemen, they had money. The government had money for this company. This company, 1.9 million. They can't get the money. They hired a great team of attorneys, Jagdev Singh and the crew. And as a result of that, well, again, how much you'll get for this? Maybe $500 or $300? Nope. On that scratch, and then this could go like for $300 in the scheme of things. These chairs and them might go for $50 when they, you know. Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. Hi, sir, good afternoon. I could sit down. One time, let me sit down. So we're just going to sit down there and watch and see what's going on. All right, so you see more stuff coming out here. All right. So you see, ladies and gentlemen. So Rowley, my boy, what we gonna say, boy? This shameless thing, boy. You're a shameless thing. Socks come from this side and get this whole side here. Watch. Well, look across here. All these chairs on them. CEO chairs, everybody. All the desks in milk and honey, you know. Milk and honey. Watch. Milk and honey. Everything must be documented properly. This is a long process, you know. A very, very long process. I have trucks here, all across here. You know, my parents worked, we lived in a bungalow many years ago across here. They have trucks here with stuff, all these things. They have trucks with stuff there, right? And this is the CPEP office across here. Look at it. Reserve operations, finance. Nobody's here, you know, nobody's here. This is mad.
Stuff and Drugs now open at Heartland Plaza in Chaguanas, first world drugstore with best prices on drugs, vitamins, toiletries, stationery, grocery items, baby products and more. We also carry British Parliament Hilton water, Mara beans imported directly from Italy, bottled Nexium, Allegra, Zyrtec at half price, gourmet foods and snacks, a selection of products not offered by any other pharmacy in Trinidad. So visit us today. Matai Imports Limited, one of the largest wholesaler and retailer for all 4x4 SUV and car accessories. Come check us out for our new arrivals on body kit etc. Located at 3 Hassan Ali Trace, Lower Barkport. Contact 289-4901, 360-8773 or 484-7467.
For all your air conditioning needs, check out Neil Cool today. We carry brands like Lennox, Daikin, Comfy, Amana and Delta air conditioners. Lennox 2500. Comfy 2250 installed. Daikin is back in stock, 12,000 BTUs for 2,800. So call us today, 748-4122. Neil Cool Air Conditioning Services, quality brands, professional services.
Where can you find that perfect ambience, delicious food reasonably priced, friendly staff, great service and secured parking? Located at LP 62 Rodney Road and Devon Road, Lange Park, Chaguanas, The Rise Grill and Bar Restaurant. Come visit us today and see for yourself. Enjoy any one of our signature dishes or sizzling seafoods. We have from starters to desserts, and we also cater daily lunch specials from $40 and up. Our bar is well stocked with premium drinks, wines, champagne, cognac, vodka and cocktails. Special on beers, 3 Stag, Carib or Pilsner for $20, 3 Heineken for $30. So visit us today.
Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. They are the sole distributors for Salin and Achilles tires, the #1 tire for comfort and performance. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game at Racetrack Wheels. 2 massive locations, 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, and 82 Bucco Road in Tobago. Or call 642-1539.
The presence of heart disease in Trinidad and Tobago is double that of North America? Chronic inflammation is the root cause of atherosclerosis, the process that leads to cholesterol-clogged arteries. You can now lower high triglyceride levels with Omega XL and reduce the dangerous inflammation that causes these problems. So to ensure a healthy heart and reduce your risk of disease, get your Omega XL today. Live long, stay strong with Omega XL.
R&J Celtec is having a massive sale. Prices drastically reduced. Phones as low as $100 for all types of phones and accessories. Great deals on iPhones and Samsung. So check us out at any one of our branches today. Located at 98 High Street, San Fernando, 273-2355 and Upper Level Gulf City Shopping Mall, 653-2355.
Namalco Construction Services Limited is one of the largest constructions company in Trinidad and Tobago. We have been in operation since 1998, serving both the public and private sectors with the largest fleet of modern equipment to undertake projects of any capacity. Our services include civil engineering work, road paving and repairs, land development and infrastructure work, rental of heavy and small equipment, transportation services and lots more. Call 651-0074 or 651-0080.
That is, here now, between you and I, that is shameless. I want to say a special hello to Rajiv Dipnarayan Singh from Dipnarayan Singh Tours. Hi Rajiv, he's locked on also, Rajiv and Gail. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go further, Brandtech I remember when you buy 3 tires, you get 1 at Brantec here. He's having a big sale. Get your tickets for Sensation of Love 3 at Brantec Limited, 10 Londonville Main Road, Chaguanas tomorrow, Saturday till. There's a flyer. Sensation of Love featuring Bollywood King Satnarayan Raghu in concert, backed by a Phil. If we can just enlarge that full band, Rizzy and Brantec and Avatar, the band hosted by Big Rich. Giveaways Saturday, Gaston Street, 7 p.m. to 12. Gaston Court, sorry. All right? So make sure if you want to do something tomorrow, go down to Brantec and get your tickets. It starts at 7 p.m. Come back to me. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure we do support Brantec here. Hi, good, ladies and gentlemen, but let's go back to the CPEP. Here now, all that going on, just look at how much stuff. And again, we want to really congratulate the attorney because the contractor made mention of the attorneys. And again, hats off to Attorney Jagdev Singh and his team. Remember, just to make sure and let you know, that guy there deserves an award. Here now, Attorney Jagdev Singh, great job, and that is good. That is good, and other attorneys should take up matters because from what I heard, there are a lot of contractors who didn't get any money, and they're going to start giving government a run here. I mean, a serious run. Because I will tell us this here, it's so unfair. If you are a government contractor, let's say you supply them, let's just say you supply them this jar here. You've been supplying them, all the ministries, this cup here. And for 6 months, you didn't get your money. 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. If you only send them maybe a letter, a pre-action protocol letter telling them that you have intentions of taking legal action to get back the money you didn't pay for 9 months, they're going to blacklist you, you know. So that is why a lot of contractors scared because it's better, you know, I ain't get paid for a year, but I know you go boss, but that's unfair, you boss my throat. But if I am giving you a service, give me my money, and the contractor is right, look at things that, if you go back to that CPEP video, that interview, look at stuff that they took. Open up your lines. Hi, good evening, you're live on Crime Watch. Let people know, open up your lines. I want to hear what you have to say before we go with our headlines. Hi, good evening, you're live on Crime Watch.
Mr. Allen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Allen.
Good evening.
It seems like everybody in this country have to do something like this.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Now, Maximilian, I get paid. We work 6 weeks in this new term, we get paid last term. This happened to everybody.
But why don't you go by, I mean, go get yourself an attorney, go by maybe Anand Ram Logan Senior Counsel and let them pick it up. Those of you who are...
Allen, it seems that we have to do that, but the money so small if we take an attorney. That is why this government advantaging poor people.
Because nobody's standing up. Nobody's standing up. What the opposition should do is get a battery of attorneys and represent the affected contractors, represent people. All those who are oppressed, represent them.
It's only advantage. Poor people have to suffer in this country.
Hey, if you're having a march next week, we're going in front of the minister's office. Full stop. We're going live. Thanks. All right, no, you need to hot them up. And this contractor, that is what he did. That is what he did. Because there are other contractors that look, $7.5 million. You know they only owe the man $1.9 million. So it had no CPEP headquarters again. It's done. They hide all the cars. So if you know where they have the cars, tell us. The marshals and I will go get it. Anybody with CPEP car, they hide all the CPEP car because apparently the management realized, senior management realized that the contractor was coming. Somebody tell them. Hi, good evening, you're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can look at Crime Watch on your phone, your Samsung phone. Just go to just make sure download the app on your Google Play, on your apps, any device. On your Apple Store, just type in I.A.N Allen app and you can look at Crime Watch anywhere in the world. Hi, good evening, you're live on Crime Watch. This is what you call shameless, ladies and gentlemen. Shameless. Shameless, and they're spending money. Look at money they give away for Carnival, and they're gonna get the contractor that. Let me tell you something. Our next thing come back to me. Let me tell you, and I'm telling you, I'm taking front before front take you. Let me tell you something. You see police officers that have the overtime money, I just got off the phone with a prominent attorney, a very prominent and distinguished attorney. Ladies and gentlemen, they have intentions because her client work, they have about 30,000 or 27,000 overtime money, police officers, and you just want to call off that? How you going to call off that? The police officers and them work, how you want to just call off that, kill that? You can't kill that. People waiting for like 20,000 to fix their roof. They want to put up a wall. They want to maybe buy tiles and fix up the house. They have a loan to pay. People work day and night running on criminal, and all they want to make sure they want to get them the money. Let them do. Listen to me. What we saw today will turn the direction that we are heading. You see that CPEP? You see that CPEP incident? Where they return the services of Attorney Jack Singh and his team, and now the contractor make sure they levy on CPEP. All the marshals down there, they start to take things. That is what people need to do. That is what the police and them need to do. Send, hot up their head, hot up their head, hot up there. You can't take advantage of people so, man. People are wife and children to mine. Madness, total madness. Hey, just to let you know, with respect to the boy funeral, this boy, 17-year-old Rashad Singh, just to let you know, there are teenagers. Just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 people, there are teenagers in custody. Two has been released. That is Rashad Singh. Just let everybody know that's the boy. One fella, he was in a group, in fact, he was with a group of friends, and whatever happened there. They allegedly pull out a nice stab at Rashad. So that is why I tell them, know your friends and know your friends. Because when you sit down in a cell, friends are coming to help you, you know. Sometimes you feel it cool to beat somebody. It's cool to bust somebody's head. It's cool to run and hit them a kick. I saw that for Carnival. But that should have been me, monkey. You know what, you to climb. I would have let my security guard ready put you up on blast. It sucks, monkey. You know what, you to climb? Beating man. You going in a gas station. Sucks telling me a man slap down a man. Boy, monkey, you know what tree to climb on, Dan? Monkey, you know what tree to climb on? Ladies and gentlemen, also, just to let you know, woman raped and robbed by maxi taxi passenger. An 18-year-old Carney woman was abducted and robbed and raped after being held up by a man posing as a passenger in a green band maxi taxi on Wednesday afternoon. The victim boarded a maxi taxi on Wednesday afternoon. The victim and sat in the rear. On reaching LaClive Street, Montreal, the man sitting next to her put the victim's hand on his pocket and told her he had a gun and be quiet. Wow, and raped the woman in a maxi. So just imagine, sometimes you're taking a maxi and say, well, he didn't rape her in the maxi. He robbed the woman at $20, exited the maxi at St. John's Road. Man took the teenager to nearby bushes where he sexually assaulted her and robbed off her gold chain value $1,200. She was also sodomized and forced to do all kind of things. Just imagine that. So sometimes you tell your daughter, well, take a maxi because it have plenty people. Plenty people? Look the little girl from Carney. Take a maxi. That is why if you can travel, if you have people to pick you up, Because look how it happened. Because she thinking a maxi, that ain't going to happen. You get robbed in a maxi, they pull you out of the maxi and rape you. This is Trinidad. Let's go to the headlines. paper. Hold on. But what did, okay. See, there's so much things going on in this country. Open up the lines. Open up the lines. Ladies and gentlemen, you know a man who went missing, who had gone missing. Vishesh Mahabir. His vehicle was found. He went missing on, his vehicle has not been found. He went missing on, earlier this week at Deans Bay in Carnage. His body was found at Deans Bay in Carnage. He had left Arima. He had left Arima. He from Arima. His body found off Carnage at Deans Bay. Today was the funeral, yeah? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you a little clip. This is a guy who went missing. In fact, this is a photo of him in happier time. This is a photo of him in a blue T-shirt. Go ahead. There's a photo. Open up the lines to me before we go further. Open up the lines. Open up the lines to me. Let me just take a call. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch.
Hi, Mr. Ian. Good night. I'm calling from Canada.
Hi,
How
Canada.
would they pay CPEC worker when they have to pay Maxi for his?
Just imagine.
How would they pay him?
How they paying? Imagine the children going to school, they're not paying the bus van. Yeah, thank you. I ain't not a problem. Come back to me. And it's a good point, yeah? I thought he said maxi taxi because even the maxi taxi drivers transporting the children, it wasn't until we act up. Then they decide, when we act up in Carpichaima East, look, they're going to find money now to fix the school. You realize that? You saw it on the headline. That's why I tell you, don't miss the headline. If you have terrible roads. Look, I was asking somebody from Cedros today. I was at Bakery Treats. And I met somebody, a family from Cedros. And they said that the road where part caved down, up to now, work's still going on, you know. Up to now. But you see, that is quieto. That is quieto. But when you want vote, you're going quieto. What is Mervyn Dillon doing for Cedros? Absolutely nothing. Nothing for fishermen, nothing for residents. Absolutely nothing. But they could pay Maxi coffee bill almost $1 million. Me have no problem with that, you know. Edmund Dillon. Like I take a drink, boy. Let me cool it a little bit. Let me they could pay. I didn't pass by the rice. I'll go by the rice after and take something. But you remember go by the rice? Let me catch my breath. They could pay Edmund Dillon, the Minister of National Security. He's the MP for Cedros in that area. He has done nothing. Maxi coffee bill, almost $1 million of taxpayers' money. Almost $1 million of taxpayers' money. But you have to lie down like a dog and a potong dog too in the hospital and in the health center and wait. But you're tax-paying Maxi coffee. It's really unfair. It is totally unfair. When a contractor could come and have to hire a team of attorneys to get his money, it have plenty of that coming. I tell you what, it's mayhem in August, you know. Mayhem in August. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the guy whose body was found. Today was his funeral. If you have any information, get in contact with me. I did send my camera crew at Allen's Funeral Home in Arima.
As we feel the pain of this family, devotees, as we all know, brothers and sisters, that is not an easy thing to go through what this family is going through. And let us all share the love and support, not only for today, but for a long time, to help this family, because it will take a long time to recover from this great loss. Om Adhyam Gotrasya Mupretasya Mritistane Shavanimit Sri Malyam Mayadhyate Tavo Pratishtatam Om Adhyam Gotrasya Mupretasya Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sabko, everybody. Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Imagine two funerals. One today, 17-year-old who was stabbed to death, one man in custody. He said, I didn't mean to do it. Next one, ladies and gentlemen, he in Arima, he body found in Carnage. What going on with that? Look at the fella. Something had to come out of that. I am sick and tired of the murders. We are sick and tired of the murders in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm still looking for the real Claro man. Like somebody now text me and say they have an idea where he is in Ecclesville. Look, somebody now text me here. Don't beat up, don't beat up. Put him up. Kirsten Sipasad. We still will are coming to Ecclesville. Where the barcode, boy? Where the barcode? Is the barcode you call it? Mini excavator. Look at it. Pay the man pay 60,000. Pay him 60,000. Since God was a little boy, he can't get it now. But the barcode upside down. What is that? Forklift? But where the jail is this, boy? Boy, I thought, you know, if I tell you something, I thought it was a forklift, you know. But when I watch it, it's a barcode. A mini excavator. You see, it's a send all your home, boy. I don't tell you to like CPAP workers and don't pay all your. Right, look at here. Mini-Me did it. Pink Socks did it. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. So, Ryan from Ecclesville, we coming down. $60,000. Come back to me. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead. You know, I will tell you something, yeah? You know, I said this. Hold a second with the calls a little bit. 5 release. Every time I hold this paper, man, they shake up so, you know. 5 release. You know, I tell you this, and I always tell people, somebody asks me when they give me information what I will do with it. I don't ever, you see my source, and I want to make this clear, with that Brickfield thing, and that picture of Joel Shah, get this picture again for me. Joel Shah, hurry up. Ladies and gentlemen, my source is very, very important to me. Take off that CG bar. See this guy here? Joel Shah. He was staying by somebody in Brickfield. We're looking to find him. Anybody know Joel Shah? The Shah, right? I just need to know his whereabouts, their person of interest. And that is why I tell people, you know, who will walk away from a salary of $250,000? Who will walk away from that? I walk away from that. You can call Sabgan, ask him. I walk away from that. Because I am not going to give out my source. And if I have to start at the bottom and come up back, sometimes going down to the bottom is good. It ain't no way to go down, it's only go up now. You understand? My source is important. And you know, and I said this, you know, you will see the lawsuit coming to reach these people and them. Because we must have evidence, because the family, let me explain something there. They didn't apply for habeas corpus. It's a writ requiring a person who is under arrest to be immediately released from state custody. The family didn't apply for that because maybe they were of the opinion, but the government have information, this one have information. When they realize nobody has no information, you know? So ladies and gentlemen, now you realize, ladies and gentlemen, now it is common law to hold somebody with reasonable suspicion for 72 hours. That's just common. It's not really in the law. But they say, as I say, it is common law. It is common law. But look how long they hold these people on them. Look how long they hold these people. These people's image stink. Now, I ain't put them my neck on the block for nobody. But the law is the law. The law is the law. So that is why I tell you, when you have evidence, go after them. If you don't have evidence, shut your blinking mouth. Pardon. You have to pardon sometimes. You have to pardon because, ladies and gentlemen, on Friday, I said you need to have information. You know? Look what I said while I was partying on Friday. Go ahead. Look what I said. Mind is the threat where people are in custody. You heard the imam come out and say that there are brothers who are in custody. Well, I am saying, ladies and gentlemen, whether it be who, it could be from the Christian faith, the Hindu faith, the Muslim faith, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, we would not stand idly by anybody who has those tendencies of not just idle business about carnival, about disrupting carnival. What I'm saying is that those who have tendencies to disrupt the lives of citizens in this country. And again, I only hope, ladies and gentlemen, that these people who are in custody, that the agencies have proper evidence. That is all, you know, proper evidence, and not based it because they might be of the Muslim faith. You see what I said? You see what I said? Let me tell you something. When I tell police, When I tell police, we're going for this one, we're going for that one, and I give them the information, nobody questioning me because they know I will gather on my marbles and then come in the game. So ladies and gentlemen, brace the back. The state got to pay money. The state will have to pay money. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Wow, how much time do I really need? I need 2 hours to run this show because so much things happening. You are going to see the run of these programs over the weekend. Remember, you can take up your phone and look back at all the past programs. Look back at today's program. You're going to see everything. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on I.A.N live stream. Remember, you can also download the app. And I keep pushing the app because get on your phone if you can't get in front of it. So you just cannot miss Crime Watch. So then you sit down in a doctor's office, put it up on your phone. Make sure you have data. Put it up for your aunties, the grandmothers, and the grandfathers. Everybody know what's up. So make sure and get it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is I.A.N. This is Crime Watch. If you have any information, WhatsApp me on 290-4426. 290-4-E-N, I-A-N. Good night. Have a wonderful weekend. Let me know what's going on.
There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the street. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back. Say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now. The last thing on our minds, go crime much if you really wanna stop crime.